Morning, everyone. A new Sunday. I like making these videos on a Sunday because I feel like it's on the, edge of a new week, and I'm just stepping out of the old. I've been thinking a bit about stress lately, stress and anxiety, where it comes from and how to deal with it. I think it comes from pessimism, actually. I think at least I have been stressed when I feel like I've had to do something, or there was some situation I was in and there was no way that it was going to work out. I felt like I wasn't going to pull through. Things were going to go to hell. But they usually don't. And even if they do, you usually get a chance to rectify things or to fix them. I think of my old boss. He's a pretty intense guy, but I'll never forget that he was always smiling through the most intense, the most absurd and high tension situations. He was able to kind of ride through the storm in the most calm and good human way. He was strict for sure, but he was never I think he managed to kind of be intense when it was needed and turn that off to people who weren't really related to it. An example I think of is we were going through a pretty hard time with the company, but he had signed up to do. I mean, he ran the Norwegian electronic games esports expo, which grew to be quite huge. And there was this clip from the news where they wanted to interview him, and the reporter was walking around looking for him, and he, obviously this was all staged, but he elevated himself out of like a ball pit and then gave the interview. And knowing that he could do that, have a smile on his face, and seem to enjoy himself, even if shit was hitting the fan in the company, was pretty admirable, and I'll always remember that. I think it stemmed from an unshakable belief in himself. Who's to say that was warranted? But he definitely had it, and I think by having that faith, either in yourself or in God or life, that it will be okay, it allows you to ride through the storms a bit better with a bit more grace, because you have that. It may be dark around, but you have that kind of light that you carry with you, so you don't get so poisoned by the circumstances. So I like to take that with me going forward, that things are going to be okay, and I am capable of doing things, and hopefully that will allow me to handle things with grace and to handle difficulty with grace, because I think that is when one has mastered life, because there will always be problems, but it's how you go through them and how you relate to other people who have nothing to do with them. Let's say your family or your friends. They may just want to have a conversation with you about the weather, and I think it's really important to be able to do that. Yeah, that's it. Have a good week going forward. Peace, guys.